Hi, Rahema.
Hi, Mambo.
Oh, good morning.
Morning to you. How was your weekend?
My weekend was awesome. What about yours?
Mine was okay. Yani nilikaa chini nikawatch a full match ya Harambee Stars. I'm so proud of myself.
Already fan of ball.
Once in a while, but not diehard
Okay.
kama wengine. When
Mimi
diehard?
kitambo. I used to be, but siku hizi niliachana naye.
Mhm.
Nilikuwa Manu. Okay, mi sio za Kenya, hapana.
Mhm.
Harambee Stars ni ile our national team.
Yeah,
It was playing against.
Zambia.
We won.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
it was so
awesome.
exciting.
That was awesome. Actually, mi hiyo
Kwanza
ilinipita.
that group, tunajua
Mm.
venye wanakwanga na group stages. So it had Morocco, DRC, Zambia, and Angola. So everyone was like, okay, we are done, baby.
But we managed to win. So hiyo ni ya African Cup of Nations ama ni ya?
So hiyo ni ya Chan. What I found was that Chan.
Okay.
Sorry. So Chan inakwanga competition ya okay, so wenye wako kwa hizo national team they should
Eh.
be playing for individual clubs within their own country kwa league.
Oh,
So haifai kuwa na anybody mwenye ako kwa ma Premier League, ma Europe, ma wapi.
oh,
So yeah, but sasa AFCON is open.
oh. But they
So
did. i- Is it the game that they were paid 1 million if they won?
actually, that one they were already paid. That was the first match which they beat. But they beat DRC. They got 1 million. For Angola, they drew. I think
Oh.
they beat
Eh.
Morocco. They got another one, another bonus, and
Eh.
then they've beaten Zambia. And they got another bonus, and they've gone to the next stage, which also has another bonus. Because they were told, I don't know if they get to the next stage, they'll be given some money.
Now that is called an incentive. Eh?
I'm telling you, I'm so sure every other boy there, 10-year-old, 12-year-old, Avitisha football.
Nakwambia, but it's a good thing. They are normally underpaid, but ni juu ya corruption pia hizo football whatever.
Kujiona memes za ma HR, I need to send you one here. It was very funny. So people
Eh,
were saying, I hope the human resource guys are seeing how money motivates people. We
eh,
don't sijui building.
mi by the way, job zenye hazipeani watu bonus ya maana. Okay, unaweza pewa ka bonus kawana. That bonus you feel
Mhm.
it's life changing. Like those guys, I'm sure most of them will go and build a house. Itasaidia generations zako hata waste.
Completely.
Yeah. Sawa sawa. So
Yeah.
did you
Yeah.
practice?
I tried to, and then at one point I was hesitant to ask you for the YouTube link for the previous class, seeing that we had done it on Friday and we were going into the weekend.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean that.
I sent you a playlist. Niliziweka kwa playlist. Let me share
Mhm.
my screen. Let me share my
Mhm.
screen. But you didn't have um any difficulties because I wanted us to first go through what you like to see if you understood. So you just
Mhm.
share your screen, tell me how you will identify support resistance hivyo, and then
Mhm.
I see if
Mhm.
it's okay we continue because this class I wanted us to finish instead of going to the next class. Nilikuwa nataka tumalizane
Mhm.
completely, ujue ku identify support and resistance, alafu
Mhm.
unini ujue ku like kuenter trades because that is very important. I really would like you to understand it fully. So I wanted this
Mhm.
class badala ya kwenda to class 5, let's first finish
Mhm.
up. So itakuwa part 2 of class 4. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
So I created for you a playlist. I think nilikusendia ndio hii hapa.
Mhm.
Let's
Okay, yeah, same it.
Yeah, so I've put all these videos zitakuwa kwa hii playlist. hata unaweza share badala kushare one video at a time, we can just share the playlist and then mtu ataona from class 1 to hata nilikuwa naziwatch, nimeona there's so much improvement, like inaenda like even the conversations they become even more nini advanced as you go on.
Advanced, yeah.
Yeah. So the class is here. Categorize from one. Maybe I'll write a description just to say more about this playlist, but hii sasa itakuwa yako na nitakutag pia Rehema, sijui kama unakuwa na YouTube channel but anyway I'll just mention your name, my student Rehema. So yeah, class ziko hapo, hazina views mingi sahi but najua zitakuwa. Yeah, so if you want anything, cause hata mi kabla nikuja new class nasahau wingi niliachia wapi. I normally come and watch like the last 30 minutes ndo nikumbuke okay ni hapa, alafu you can speed the class to 1.75 1.5, si lazima watch.
Yeah, I like 1.5.
Yeah, because tunaongea slow, so afadhali pia kuspeed because already it's also good for revision. Alafu I had told you the other notes nataka kuziweka kwa hii blog post, hii blogger, this website, so please bear with me. I think nitafanya hivyo. Nilikuwa busy by the way, kuna kakitu kalikuwa kananisumbua weekend. A certain algo had some issues, so I was trying to solve it. Ndio ilikuwa inanipea headache. I thought I would have finished it, but maybe by the next class nitazi update zote, the other class 1 2 3 hizo posts zake nitaziweka kwa hiyo, but I hope ulipata hiyo ya class 4, si ndio?
I have an interesting idea. It's funny.
Okay.
So this edition we can call it Kenya Harambee Stars edition.
Harambee Stars.
So the next stage and we are celebrating them. So we are dedicating this class.
Okay. Let me do free Forex mentorship. Niki hapa Harambee Stars.
Hii class ya kwanza ama hii yenye tunafanya leo sasa hivi?
Hii ya leo. Sawa. I will do that.
Yeah, because wali qualify kwenda quarter final. Yeah. I think the first ever. The first time ever.
Na najua ni pesa ndio iliwa motivate kuna kitu. Oh my goodness, money.
Money motivates people. You'll climb Mount Kenya up and down 10 times.
Oh my gosh, sawa. Okay, so the classes are there. I think that is solved. Okay, I would like to see your screen. Let me stop sharing. Just walk me through. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just walk me through. Walk me through like how you identify support and resistance, and then how you would enter a trade.
So I'm gonna do so now. And then I wanna grab a glass of water. I can.
Okay.
Okay, so I was literally looking at this map this morning. Because what I've also noticed is you could have put these trend lines for Friday. Maybe then I come back, I'm a bit confused. So now, an example is so now we're on the 1 hour chart. This is USDJPY. Am I answering you?
Any.
Okay. So so I looked at the swing low, swing highs, looked at the previous point of resistance, resistance and support. So I picked this part over here, and I was also trying to look for a number that ends with 0, or
Yeah.
rather a decent place to, yeah. And I will do so by, right clicking. Oh, sorry. I will do so by right clicking, and then I go to settings, and then I adjust the number.
Mm-hmm.
No, I need to move this thing. It's blocking me.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Just click on the line.
okay.
Click on the
Yeah.
line.
So
Up there. Yeah. No, no, up hapo juu kwenye kunako ka, you don't need to right click again. It's up
oh,
there. Up, click again. Up there. Yeah. It's easier that way.
yeah, yeah. Yes, 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 yes. So and then I do that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
At least it helps me to set the price easily.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of
Psychological
having to keep
effect.
moving. Yeah, the psychological level. Same to this place here. I decided to go with the next psychological level, which was 1.7140.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Then, so this was the previous high and the previous low.
Mm-hmm.
So in between, trying to look for opportunities in between, like you are, it's not necessary. I was not very sure. So I
Mm-hmm.
left it at this. But then now when you go to the 5 minute
Mm-hmm.
candle, let's use maybe 15 minutes
Mm-hmm.
for the confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my internet is slowing down. Okay, we can give it some time to load.
Okay. Okay. And I see you're using Heikanashi.
What is that?
The Heikanashi candles.
Ah, okay, yes, yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think it's back. The internet is back.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there we are. So yeah, so now when you look at the 5 minute candle, now you can, or rather 15 minutes time frame,
Mm-hmm.
you can literally see the more, a lot more opportunities,
Yeah.
even within the range.
Mm-hmm.
And you go further down to the 5 minute level. Um, this is when I wanted to ask, with such a very assured trend,
Mm-hmm.
especially on Euro USD, where you can see how the trend is clear, went up, clear, went down, especially
Mm-hmm.
for this time frame this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Then you come for the 5 minute chart.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, outside of the fact that I'm still learning them, still going through the candlestick Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's isn't it isn't it is it tempting to come and start drawing support and resistance lines in this in this time frame?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's kind of tempting, but it's not something I was very sure of doing.
Okay.
You know.
It's possible because again,
Mm.
it's possible to start drawing, but it is a lot of work, first of all, and then
Yeah.
it will be cumbersome. We'll just realize it's cumbersome. If we go back to the 1 hour time frame, sorry, go back to the 1 hour time frame, and then as you can see, this market is currently in a range between your swing high and your swing low, right? But now,
Mm-hmm.
you're not sure where to enter. I think so far you've not entered a trade yet. Cinda, according to this
No.
setup, you've not entered.
Yes.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but we see it's a clear range. So, for example, this is another strategy, still with support and resistance in a parallel channel. This is a channel. Just a range can also be called a channel. So, if you are, which is a bit more advanced, I normally tell people channels in a simple, but they're a bit more advanced because you're like, okay, where do I enter? So, for example, you're supposed to enter at that when price comes to support. You're supposed to like look for a buy sell, a buy order, and if it goes back to the resistance, you're supposed to start looking for a sell order. But when price comes there, so far we can see clearly there that price is kinda trying to range higher. Anything can happen, so it can be a breakout, it can be all those things. So for me, you've done well identifying the swing high and swing low and drawing the the support and resistance. So one thing I would like to tell you is instead of drawing the horizontal line, it should be an horizontal ray. Able go back on your left where those tools are situated. Look for somewhere written horizontal ray. Horizontal ray. Yes. So I think you're using horizontal lines, no, previously.
Yeah, okay, okay.
So don't remove the nini. You see where, so for the horizontal ray, from you need to start from where you see the swing point. Your swing point yenye ama your swing high yenye ulikuwa umeidentify, start it from there. Don't take it backwards. Ebu ipeleke mbele. Bring it to bring the ray because you're gonna delete the horizontal line. So I want it to be exactly
Mm.
where the horizontal line is, but then you unaiskuma to your left. Is it left or right? Like isongeshe karibu na your nini, isongeshe karibu na your, no, you are going away. Just click it, you reduce it, in short, reduce it yeah, good.
Oh, okay.
So from left to right, money right to, I'm not sure. Yes, there, at least there. So hizo values zenye ulikuwa umeweka, I think they should be exactly the same. Just memorize them, the values. It may not matter right now.
Mm.
So ebu click on the yellow line. First of all, click on the yellow line. Don't
I remove
delete.
it.
No. Click it.
Okay.
Haya, that number copy and paste it, ama iende uiandike venye ilikuwa tu, uende uiandike on the blue line now you've created. Copy it. First of all, copy. Have you copied? Yeah. So the blue
Yeah.
line now, go and write it. End up what? So write it exactly. Good. Now delete the yellow line. Good. So it should be like that. So you're supposed to use ray because ukitumia line in extend all the way backwards.
Mm.
Yeah. So
That was
another,
so confusing. Mm.
yeah. So kuna time utahitaji the line, but it's not that necessary. You can use it, whether you can choose to use it. It's just that it will confuse you more because you'll be like, hii level ilikuwa gani? But yeah, so go back. I would wish for you to go back and favorite the horizontal ray. Go back to the ray section, the tool section, and hapo kwa star imark ikuja hapa sasa kwa chart yetu. Usishinde ukienda back and forth. Go to the left, yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good. So that is the first one. So we'll add more. So do the same. Copy that line. Okay. Do the same now
So
for
I can
the,
again.
yeah. So anyway, where you find it convenient for you, haitakusumbua sana because zitakuwa mingi. Copy that nini and do it for the resistance level. Okay. go backwards now to where that kanini is starting. Okay, so extend it backwards kidogo to where that swing point is, swing low is, the blue line. First of all, good. Sa alafu sa unatoa, yeah, good. Now that's a good move. Haya, so 0 0, good. Haya, that's step one. You've identified your support, and because remember the reason why you're doing this is because market inaenda ikijiprint, so there will be another line later formed, another line. Usiji confuse, it's better this way. Haya, but you can also choose the horizontal line. Kitu ni unafaa kukumbuka, where was it plotted? Sawa sawa. Rehema, okay. Haya, so the next thing.
Yes, sawa.
So the next thing is, I see this is the Haikanashi. If you are comfortable using the Haikanashi, it's okay. Ebu just go back to the candles. Ebu revert it. Nataka kuona how it worked. Unajua Haikanashi inatupeanga the average. You can still use it, but I find it to be a bit more advanced. So go back to candles. Yeah, hiyo ya pili. Hiyo ya pili. Normal candles. Okay, it's almost the same. You can go back to the Haikanashi if it's okay, but I want us now to plot, because we've used the line. So I would still do it this way, but I would prefer you do. Yeah. So I would
For purpose for the class we can stick to this one.
Yeah, so go back now to the 1 minute, 5 minutes. Or the sorry, not 1 minute, sorry, 5 minutes or 15 minutes, the one you prefer. Okay, good. Let's see where the lines are situated at this point in time. So your job will be now to wait for price to come to that level, to those levels. Once they come, what you're supposed to do is, unaona like where you've clicked that candle, umetoka. Yeah, good. So So your job now will be to wait for price to come back to those levels. For example, there was one level that price came up juu. I see one level that price came after that swing point was created. Hapo juu kabisa there was one trade. Here, go back a little bit. The resistance. Go back. There's a place that the new swing point that was created. There's a new swing high that was created there. Just go back, nitakwambia kwenye utafika. Go back up.
Okay.
Not back that far. The up. Unaona hiyo swing high yenye ili create that nini, that resistance level. Just next, some liquidity was grabbed. I don't know if you can see it.
Over here?
No. Up. Go up. Up. That swing point is at the next one. The next one. Can you see it? The next one.
Yes, over here.
Yes, bus. I extend it now. I see that to be a trade that formed. Let's analyze it kidogo. Extend it kidogo. Extend your chart. I'm just seeing lines. I can see it well.
Okay, like that.
Yeah. Again. Mi niko na shida ya macho, so nashindanga kwa charts. So okay, good. That's perfect. So you see, there's some liquidity that was grabbed. You see that candle that has created that liquidity, that has created that kawick. That kawick. That one. The next candle, I would have entered in that. I would have. So I would have entered in the open of that new candle. So you take your is it your downward, your short position tool. Do you know how to find it? I showed you in class 2. Short position, you should favorite it. Go to the down again, up. No, hapo. Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, so
Mm.
click favorite long position and short position. Good. So let's start with short position. Click on it. And now come to the open. You remember open? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would have
Mm-hmm.
entered immediately. That candle closed. So Apple. So you can enter with inaitwa market order. You just enter immediately. Just put your click iweke hapo. Yeah, good. So now let's take the short, the stop loss.
Mm.
Let's start with the stop loss because the stop loss is important, the most important thing. Just inaweza reduce chart yako ndio vitu zionekane vizuri, ama you bring it down. No, don't touch on the tool because itahama. Just go somewhere in the chart, just anywhere in the chart, yeah, and then ilete chini, nikawa una drag your mouse down. No, okay, even that is okay. Haya, so go bring that nini. I drag it down kidogo to the close of that, to the end of that. Challenge usijali utazoea. Ni iko na vitu
My
mingi.
mouse is failing me. Hii
Your
mouse
mouse.
yangu
But
natafuta
you see,
ingine.
no, utazoea tu. Don't bring it that low. You see that week, where
Mhm.
that week, up, good up.
Over there. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And then extend your take profit. The other side, yeah, good. To the swing low, yeah, the previous one. Enda tu chini. Kwenye unaona tu nini twingi tulikwamilia hapo. Tena, chini tena. Hapo, up kidogo, up kidogo, up kidogo. Again.
There.
No, again. Hapo.
There. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you see that level has been rejected by so many
Mhm.
times, and then extend it not to the future because you see price tried to go back up. Afu kitu important utakuja kulearn out of experience. Stop loss yako usiweke ikuwe tight. Unaona kwenye iko imeshika exactly hapo, kwa hiyo nini unafaa kuipea breathing room, lakini take profit ndio unaweza fupisha, sawa.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
Stop loss jipe chance, take profit juu already utakuwa umepata one is to one and more. You don't need to price doesn't have to go exactly to that, to your target. So you unaweza click at the middle line of that nini. Yes, the middle, extend it to that one. Good, extend it. Good. So you see that was a winning trade. Usiende sana.
Hapo.
Time inaenda kuisha. No, hapo kwenye ili good hapo. Yeah. That's
Mhm.
okay. So it gave us a risk
Mhm.
reward of 1:3. So job yako itakuwa una observe price ikikuja kwa either hiyo resistance ama hiyo support, that's what you do. Okay?
Mhm. Mhm.
The other advantage was the zone. Sasa zone advantage yenye nilikuwa nakwambia zone ni you will have several trades because you see price doesn't have to come exactly to that level. Unaona? So advantage sasa ya
Yeah.
zone inakuja kama hapo I can see like 3 trades already. That one move I can see like 2 more trades already. Actually 4 if we extend into the
Mhm.
future. If we had used a zone, but it's okay. Sawa?
Mhm.
So that's what you're supposed to do.
Sawa.
Like once price comes to your level, do this. Once price comes to your level, do this. Alafu ina encourage patience. There's one thing you'll come to realize. I hope years from now you'll remember me for this. But patience is the biggest virtue in trading, whereby
Mhm.
unafaa kungojea price. Alafu advantage ya support and resistance ni inakufanya ungoje. So we kazi yako price ishakwambia, the market has already told you the levels. So your job is to wait for price to come back to that level and see the reaction, because that level, remember nilikwambia who moves the market, the liquidity providers, au akina banks, nani, sio? So kazi yako tu ndo ufanye kenye wao wanafanya, unajua hii support level, it's very important for them. Okay, let me see what price does when that price comes back to that level. So basically that is why it is, and you'll notice it is a very it is a very advantageous strategy. I hope usikii makelele aki watoto wanapiga kelele.
Sawa. No, it's okay.
Okay. So yeah, that's the most important advantage, inakufanya patience. Now since utakuwa na kabla hiyo level ikuje, what people normally do, or what for example I do as a day trader, I don't stick with the one currency pair. So now hapa ndo nilikuwa nakwambia umemalizana na hiyo, you can set an alert. You remember I showed you how to set an alert? So when price comes back to that level, ina ring kama alarm, tick 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 tick. So wewe kazi yako unakuja haraka, inaweza kuwa pia kwa simu. So unakuja unaangalia reactions. Si 5 minutes it's enough time for you to set up everything. You can set up the stop loss, the take profit, and just kama ni limit order ama ungoje market order, you just enter and then you see how price moves from there. Now ndio usifeel, so for somebody who does this full time, what we do, you select like a number of pairs. Like me, I stick with 3. I say I will do Euro USD, USD JPY, GBP USD, ama gold, ama BTC hivyo. So price juu nimezimark, one of them itakuja. One of them, and again I have an alert system. So when price comes to the next level, naangalia okay, ni gani? Okay, let me go and look for trades. And then the good thing is once price comes to that level, it can give you like 2 to 3 trades, which are enough. You can stop it there, but sasa sisi we don't, ndio pia usiforce issues. That is another mistake that many people do. They because hawana hiyo patience ya kungojea, they force issues. So the best thing to do is to look for other pairs that are gonna work well and they are comfortable with, and then they just plot weight and then they enter once price ikikuja. But we juanga price ikikuja to your level, itakupea several chances. Sawa? So me I would encourage you, for starters, just pick 2. Si lazima ufikishe 3, 4. 2 is good if you want maximum. For me, out of experience, I found 3 is enough, because you can imagine unapata in a day like 10 trades in a day in one pair. Season already 30, of which it's not even, that's over trading. Tukishafika hapo ni over trading. So stick just with 2. Sawa? Alafu now again sasa hapa ndo nilikuwa nakwambia, if you are a day trader, so 5 minutes time frame. If you are a swing trader, you can start at 15 minute time frame kwenda juu, but even day traders can do 15 minutes time frame. So according to you, even though I'd love to tell you. So any other questions? You have 4 minutes. I want us to enter to the next class next. Nataka kukutake the remaining part quickly, and then finish, and then we prepare for tomorrow. So, for Thursday.
For Thursday. Okay. I mean, I think this is this is good for today. It's or rather for this assignment I was doing. I'll just need to look for more and more opportunities, like you've mentioned. And you're right to kisema patience.
Sorry.
Umepotea, unasema?
Nilikuwa nakwambia usitoke kwanza. I was trying to tell you not to get out of the chat fast, but endelea.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is actually a really good, I was saying this is actually really a really good strategy, because it really helps to deal with the psychological guilt of feeling or assuming that you are gambling, because a lot of people out here categorize this as as gambling. We've used technical analysis, you've used facts, you've used an approach that is universal, and we
Yeah.
can see for ourselves how you can make even an extra shilling within a few minutes on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy. Actually, Rehema, you're a very good student. A dream student,
Oh,
I
thank
must
you.
add, because you understand that it's not a
Mhm.
gauge. Because a lot of people will do this, hawa price haijakuja level ya Kenya watafanya, wataanza kuforce issues. The way you had asked, I'm tempted of entering at this ka level, this ka level, this ka level. Yes, it's support and resistance at a certain time frame. Of course, it's in a reaction over support and resistance, because that's what support and resistance basically do. Ni reaction to, like, you wait because everyone goes back, looks back from a point in time, what happened in those in at that point in time, and then react from there. So you are not wrong, but for us, we know mimi sijakuja market kukua right. I don't want to be right. What I want to be is to maximize my profit. So what is the best way to do that? Let me set up my levels that I feel are good. You can go to the daily. Actually, in the next class, hii portion next tutafanya hizo, we'll see multi-time frame, support and resistance confluence. Hiyo ni utaona daily, weekly, monthly zina line up. Of course, that is a very strong support level, si ndio? Of course, I will wait for a trade for that level, si ndio? And it will be so. Kuna watu wenye wanangojanga tu your level, and then unasikia mtu amemake so much money in that month, na yet aliingia tu trade moja yenye alingojea. Okay, so for first day traders,
Ah,
sisi hatuendangi, si ati nikisema I'm a day trader, I'm gambling, I'm a scalper, I'm gambling all over. I'm going with purpose. I'm knowing price is gonna come to this level. Hata kama nimeenda 1 minute time frame. Although 1 minute is not good because it has so much noise, but it also offers the same opportunity. So all I do is I'm not going to trade at you all over the time throughout the day. I'm just waiting. Price ikikuja zone yangu, hapo ndio sasa najua everything else. TV kama nilikuwa na watch TV, kama nilikuwa nafua ama nilikuwa naosha nyumba, I stop everything. Kama nilikuwa niende shopping, I stop it. I focus on that time until the zone is exhausted. Sawa.
mhm.
Okay. So let's wait for the class to end, and then we enter to the next class, and then I'll take
All
you
right. So
through the remaining part. But I'm glad you've done a good job.
fantastic. I'm still going to do more assignment on this.
Okay. Practice makes perfect.
Mm.
Okay.
Fantastic. All right. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I think where we left off was, and I'm glad that you understand fully support and resistance. There are a few things that I want us to go through before we call it we call it the end for support and resistance. They are very important, I think, for you to get, because you will ask yourself so many questions in future while using it. Support and resistance and liquidity. So I think it's better we clarify it now, sooner rather than later. So where do I begin? In the notes, I think I asked, okay, there's this question: why are support and resistance levels everywhere also pure liquidity? So it's because everywhere we see swing high and swing low, because they become future potential, rather potential future resistance and support, both of them. So you'll see price going, forming swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. In market structure, we're gonna see lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, so price keeps doing that. So that's why it's everywhere. And then market memory, traders remember significant price levels. All this happens because people remember almost every trader marks those levels, or even if they don't mark, they know it at the back of their mind. Okay, so they're important. That makes them very, very important. Okay, and then again, we talked about round number psychology. humans naturally think in round numbers, and then institutional order placements, big players use obvious technical levels. So those levels are obvious. I see you want me to admit you again.
And it's okay. I was testing my phone Zoom. Imerudi iko sawa, but it's okay.
Oh, okay. So in case of anything, just tell me. So
All right. Okay.
okay, and then again, algorithmic trading. Computer programs identify this level and trade the obvious levels. So these levels are everywhere and they're very important to every trader out there. So how to choose, I think we talked about this previously, how to choose the right support and resistance levels. This will be the majority of your work. So there's the highest priority, which will give you A plus setups, which are high confidence setups. So you're supposed to trade this with confidence. So for example, multiple time frame confluence, visible on weekly, daily, and 4 hour. High liquidity confluence, that is the level being at round numbers, and then technical levels like the way we've highlighted. For example, there are things like fair value gaps, those things like Fibonacci and all that, and then multiple touches, and then volume. We won't extend so much on that for now. And then fresh untested levels, for example, the level that you are waiting for it that you had shown me, those are new levels that have not yet been tested. So we are curious and excited to see what price is gonna do when that level comes. And then you have strong historical reactions, levels that produce significant moves in the past. These two we're gonna see in the chart that I had shared. I will share my screen later. I don't want to share right now because we are gonna stay there na nitasahau kumalizia. So let me just do this. Let's go through the notes and then we'll come back. So because it's very important for me to highlight these 4 points in the chart. So the other medium priority, these ones are like A setups, not B setups, and so on. So single time frame importance, for example, you just pick one 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 level ama one zone, and then only visible on one chart time frame, and then moderate liquidity evidence, 2 to 3 touches with decent reactions, and then minor round numbers like, so nilikwambia kuna to the sorry, round numbers, kuna 00, kuna 50, and then kuna minor like 20, 80, 60, 40, not major round numbers but minor. So the major ones are 00 ama to the nearest 100, and then 50 to the nearest 50, the middle, and then sasa the minor ones are like 20. Kama ilikuwa 21 unaifanya kwe 20, kama ilikuwa 28 unaifanya kwe 30 hivyo, ama 20 still. So yeah, and then recent formation, newly created levels without match testing. So ours, I would rank it to A plus because we're gonna see why. But mine, I would have ranked it highest priority. But there's more, especially when we have like multiple time frame confluence. And then the third tier, the low priority, normally you need to assume or use with extreme caution. So this is C plus ama B plus setup, ama tuseme tu C plus. So over tested levels imeshinda ikitestiwa multiple times, so chances are it will break. And then low liquidity areas, there's minimal reactions, no wicks, low volume, so you should avoid. We'll see it in the chart. And then random intraday levels, no historical significance or institutional interest, so leave them alone. And then levels not too close together, so levels zenye zimekaribiana pia hizo zimeachana na like 10-20 pips, it means it is giving you a range, so no need to like plot support and resistance levels on either side. So it's better you use it as a range instead. The 3-step level selection, I think we talked about it: identification, validation, and then confirmation. These 3 are very important. You need to identify the level and then go back to the lower time frame, and then wait for validation. Sorry, identification, swing high, swing low, and then and then you go to the lower time frame, have it be validated with 2, 3 touches and so on, and then confirmation. You just wait to see for either a long week a rejection. It's normally called a rejection at that level, or if you're using volume strategy, you see volume spikes, and then another one is multi-time frame alignment. So need those 3 steps. So quality check, unaweza pitia hii checklist and then you see what works for you, you add it to your notes. Normally unafaa kuandika somewhere in your book some of the things that you think, even when you are learning ama you are trying to chart on your own, just whatever thoughts you are getting in your mind while going through the chart, just write them down, they will help you. So in this case, just come see what is important for you and then go from there. Okay, the professional approach, which is very, very important. Support and resistance levels are simply the visible manifestation of where liquidity pools have formed due to supply and demand imbalance that occurred in the price. So this ties support and resistance, liquidity, and supply and demand. All of them are very, very intertwined with each other. I hope you have seen it from all that we've talked about so far. Cinda?
Mm.
Okay, so the most successful approach focus on obvious levels that everyone can see. Normally, because institutions trade these, and we are trying to do, at least we are trying to follow the money. We are trying to follow where the institutions are doing, and then trade only highest quality setups with multiple confirmation factors. No need to force trades. No need to like kukimbilia trades that are ziko. Just stick to your rules. In case you find that you don't have the patience enough, look for others. Look for other pairs that are gonna supplement. Is it yeah, they're gonna supplement your main pair, so you can get 2, 3 of them. You will always have chances in the market. And then understand the liquidity game, very, very important. Hii nitakuencourage uende find out a lot about liquidity, as many videos as you can in YouTube. Hopefully I've never created a liquidity video, but there's so many videos. They may confuse you, some of them, but you just go there with an open mind, try to learn from what other people are saying more about liquidity, and then come to your conclusion, because they may give you very different variations that will confuse you when you are going to chart. The important thing is know how to identify liquidity correctly. So any good videos you can get on liquidity will be awesome. Mi hiyo ni kitu moja ninapenda nikipatana na video a recommended video on liquidity, even if it's 5 views, imagine mua siipiti na watchingi even if
By the
it's
way,
even if it's a
because we get it. That's nice.
yeah, because I'm so interested, because you'll come to realize once you know how to identify liquidity, Aki, the amount of money you'll make, it is so much, because liquidity basically ndo inakudrive kujua exactly what the institutions are thinking. Hapo inakuwa tu liquidity, and then sasa of course supplemented by support and resistance, but liquidity is a very not something not many people know exactly what it is and where it is, and so much. Even me, I'm not an expert in liquidity, so I'm still trying to figure out, but at least I know nikiona spikes ama rejection and several rejection, najua that's a liquidity zone, I go. So na iki of course inakwanga at a support level and whatever supply demand level and so on. So najuanga liquidity. So there's a way to identify it, especially so many rejection candles, spikes hizo, of which zinakuwa tu kwa support and resistance level yetu. So I'm so happy to use it, but it's a very, very interesting aspect of the market. Liquid, I know watu wengi wamepitia cause people are liquidated every day in their life as a trader, especially
Mhm,
newbies. Yeah, but
mhm.
whatever video you come across, especially a good video, just save it. It will help you a lot, even if it's learning 1, 2, 3 things. And then proper risk management. Always assume levels can be engineered or broken. Mi nasemanga, always know that you are wrong. Me, I have to be humble that way because I had ego before. So the best way to do if I want to save money and if I want to make money is to be humble. Market haitakangi mtu mwenye ako na ego hata kidogo. So and the best way to know that you are humble ama you don't have ego is to play stop loss. That is the only direct way, because stop loss tells you you can be wrong at any time. So for example, I think I've showed you several times, like even if our price came to our level, it was stopped out na ilikuwa liquidity because it was just like a liquidity grab and then it went our way, sindio? I think actually all the times you've seen it from my demonstration, that's what happens. So be ready for that. Lakini the good thing is we have like 3 more trades that become winners, sindio?
Yeah.
So there's no
Mm.
point of holding that. So najiconsole nasema the next trade itakuwa too successful. So the only problem that can hurt you in your psyche, especially psychology, where it comes into play, is when you get stopped back to back to back. It means you thought of it wrong, and then it's gonna actually we are showing it in real time. I wish we can show it like we can show it in real time. We are showing it in the past at now. So, but when you are doing it in real time, like the market is happening right now, it's kind of not that easy as it seems. So, I think, I don't know if we'll get such an opportunity. We will see as we enter the chart. As we enter the the trading view analysis. So, remember, important, don't try to trade every level. Master the art of identifying and trading only the highest quality, highest liquidity, support, and resistance areas where institutional money is more likely to participate. So, finally, I want us to go through the most frequently asked questions about support and resistance, and then and then we'll just highlight some strategies like breakout strategies na nini. Ile nilikuwa nakwambia support and resistance flip, hiyo kwenye support inacha kuwa support na kuwa resistance. So what exactly are support and resistance levels? That one is easy. Support is a price level where price buying pressure is expected to emerge, preventing further decline. Resistance, the opposite. So these levels represent areas where the balance between buyers and sellers, which is supply and demand, has shifted in the uh, past and is likely to shift again. So you see that lazima tuangalie the past, lazima we remember what happened to see how likely it is to shift ama to continue according to a strategy, according to the price. Why do support and resistance levels work? They work because of market psychology and memory. I think hiyo nimeitaja mara mingi. Remember. Si nimeshinda nikisema remember. So
Mm-hmm.
the memory of the collective of traders, they keep remembering stuff. They keep even price itself, even if it's an algo. Tukiambia algo ifanye kitu, tunaiambia kumbuka price ikifika hapa fanya hivi. So there's a lot of remembering. It's part of the psychological aspect of the market itself as a whole. So they work because of market psychology and memory. Traders remember where significant buying or selling occurred before. When price returns to these levels, the same psychological reactions often repeat. And additionally, pending orders cluster around these obvious levels, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Self-fulfilling prophecy inakwanga kitu yenye many traders are thinking about, so it makes it true. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Does it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Many people are trying to prophesy. Remember, this is all predictive analysis. We don't know what's going to happen, but we're trying to
Mm-hmm.
act like too small to prophets because we are like, okay, we know the
Patterns.
world. What
Mhm.
are you about to say?
I was saying because we are studying patterns. So our brains are focusing on the patterns we've been seeing. In the process, it's influencing our psychology.
Yes, 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 perfect. So yeah, exactly what you've said. Because again, our world itself works like that. We work with patterns. Our life, even one strategy that truly forms and you can see self-fulfilling prophecies is it's based on self-fulfilling prophecies is Fibonacci retracement, and Fibonacci is a very important aspect of our normal life because um it shows us patterns in life. Everything in life is a pattern, a pattern, a pattern. So pia sisi tuko engineered that way. Si kazi yetu ni kufikiria tu in patterns. So that creates self-fulfilling prophecies. So we're gonna see it maybe in the vizuri in the class of Fibonacci. How do I know if a support and resistance level is strong? Strong levels have multiple touches, significant price actions, high volume during formation, round the numbers, psychological levels, and confirmation across multiple time frames. The more time level has been tested and held, the stronger it becomes. This means even if in the adjacent future it's not gonna work, in the near future it's gonna work one way or another. Another thing is we've mentioned that confirmation across multiple time frames. For example, as me personally, I go to the 1 hour, derive my support and resistance level. Then I go to the 5 minute time frame, and then funny thing, even if it didn't know, mimi ninajua ni 1 hour ndio react, but why is in the 5 minutes reacting the same? So this is telling you there's a confluence, you know.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, it's yes, price is fractal. Whatever happens in the higher time frame happens in the lower, and whatever happens in the lower time frame happens in the higher. But how did it know to reject at that level? Do 5 minutes inakuja kwanza before the 1 hour. So uko like, okay, how did it know this is a support level? You get my point? So at the end of the day, confirmation happens. So hapa ndo tunasema these levels are strong because market remembers. So what's the difference between
Mm-hmm.
horizontal and dynamic support and resistance? Horizontal levels are fixed points, like that horizontal line. I'm a trend. No, trend line is not. The horizontal levels are what you call. They are the main support and resistance, which are better by the way. And then there is dynamic levels. They move with price. Like trend lines, moving averages, VWAP. You see those things. So those are dynamic, zinaenda zikiform as price goes up. So utaona ka VWAP ama ka moving averages, ka moving average kakipanda while price is going up. So they are also called support and resistance. Ni venye they are called, they are dynamic, they move with price. But horizontal ni hiyo tu level yetu. So that's the difference. So how many times can a level be tested before it breaks? Normally, I tell people it depends. There's no strict number, but it depends. So the more times a level is tested, the weaker it becomes. So hiyo nini yake inaisha, value yake inaisha. So third or fourth test often breaks. And I hope you have seen, even when you continue practicing and start now implementing it in real time, you're gonna see like the third, the fourth, itaanza kubreak, inaisha sasa, hiyo nini yake inaisha, unaachana nayo. Haya, and then especially with strong momentum or volume. However, some major levels, so there are some instances those levels are gonna maintain that, but inakwanga in the future, like unaipea like some more time. So si ati one ka level is gonna, tuseme price irudi, ka venye nilikuwa nimekuonesha irudi, haitakuja ati utapata like 10 trades in that one ka level, no. You're gonna get like 4 trades hapo, it stops, it breaks, and then it comes back later, it gives you like another 2 3 more levels, and then it stops, even though inamaanisha sasa. So however, some major levels can hold for dozens of tests over months and years. So it depends with you. Kama unataka kutoa level ni sawa. So me I normally go updating. nashinanga nikizitoa, although hata kuna moja nimeona imekuwa retested leo tena. I'll show you when you go to the chart. Should I buy at support or sell at resistance? No, 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 no. You need confirmation that the level will hold. Look for rejection candles, volume confirmation, or other technical signals. Trading blindly at support and resistance levels without confirmation leads to false breakouts. Uh, leads to losses from breakouts. So you need to be careful with that. I'll show you maybe when you go to the chart how to identify, but basically unakumbuka class ya candlesticks, so that's where it comes. So ukiona doji imekuwa engulf ama ukiona kando kadogo kamekuwa engulf with a green candle, of course the momentum has changed, sindio? What's the difference between support and resistance levels and zones? Very important topic. Levels are specific price action number, while zones are price ranges. Zones are often more realistic because price rarely reacts at exact levels due to spread. Rarely reacts at exact level due to spread, different broker prices, and market volatility. Zones will give you more flexibility in entries and risk management. The other thing I will add is zones will give you also more opportunities. So you don't have to like be stressed with one ka trade. So imagine ulikuwa na hiyo level moja, chances are utakuwa married to it. Like utakuwa like umejiforce. Like hata kama uko in a red zone, utakuwa like no, mbona imenifanya hivyo? So hizo ni aspects za psychology. So utashikilia ka trade kako, utashikilia ka loss kako, yet unge let it go and then wait for another setup, you see. So I think zones are normally, according to me, they are more profitable. So how do I trade breakouts of support and resistance? So that's one strategy. Wait for clean breaks with volume and momentum. Confirm the break. Rehema, unanisikia? Naona internet yangu iko na issues.
Clear kabisa.
Okay. Confirm the break holds, price doesn't immediately reverse. Enter on the break or on a retest of the broken level. Always use stop in case of false breakout, which are normal. Which are common. Why do broken support levels become resistance and vice versa? Venye niko nakwambia, sasa inaitwa SR flip. Support becomes resistance and vice versa. Role reversal happens because the trader psychology and liquidity dynamic, because of trader psychology and liquidity dynamics. Those who bought at the old support now they are underwater will sell when price returns to break even. No. So those who miss the breakout will buy when price I think we will explain it the last time the same way, the last class the same way. Price retest the new support level. Additionally,
the new level.
Stop losses and pending orders cluster around these flipped areas, creating now the new supply and demand dynamic and liquidity pools. But let me warn you, this is a very, very complex aspect. You need so much experience to know how to trade them successfully. Because what it means is, unajua like in a split second to know, ama in a split of 5 minutes to know that price is gonna become support and resistance, which is very hard because niyo candle, utaona ka candle kamoja ka red kamepita shup, kameform kirefu so before ujue hiyo ni flip, you know it's a very huge decision to make. So utakuwa like, okay, so that's why it makes it a bit more complex. So I won't encourage you to use it right now, but you can, if you're interested for more, you can go and learn further. I will leave the notes. I think there's a section about that, but inaongelea tu juju. So I want you to go through part 1, part 2, recategorize sasa. Sitaongelelea about them because I see our time is also not on our side. But yeah, so psychology behind support and resistance, just go read further. There is market.
So kwa hiyo swali, sorry, I have a question on question number 8 before we move. Was it on question number 8 or? Oh yes, it's on 8. Can you also set alerts for breakouts?
For breakouts, when price passes the breakout.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Na
can
teknolojia haijafika hapo bado.
no, you can create many alerts. Ni just that unazilabel, unaandika tu alert, then una explain hapo when, ndio ukiona hiyo message kwa simu yako ama ikuringie, utajua hii ni a breakout. Okay, acha nione sasa market imebehave aje breakout ikisha form. So
Mhm.
it will be one and the same thing, because if you're using levels, it will be just that level. So you just put an alarm for the level and then you go quickly and observe. Okay, did it form a breakout successfully? Okay, good. What am I supposed to do moving forward? Hivyo tu. I was saying, this section, had I answered you? I had answered you. So
Yeah,
this
yeah.
section of the notes, part one, part two, you're gonna go read on your own. But let me just highlight some few things quickly, like the psychology behind support and resistance. Uh, and this is why the levels form. So one of them is the market memory, order clustering, self-fulfilling prophecy, and self-fulfilling prophecy is normally the collective awareness when everybody sees the same level, so that level becomes important. And then we have coordinated action. Multiple traders acting at the same level creates strong reactions, and then reinforcement. Each successful test makes the level more credible, and then market efficiency. Price incorporate all available information, including obvious levels. And then you have the type of market participants at support level
Mhm.
and at resistance level. So there are trend followers, breakout sellers, there's value buyers and sellers, and then bargain hunters, profit takers, so on and so forth. And then again, go read about support and resistance versus levels versus zones. Go. I think it will be worthwhile for you. And then yeah, I think psychological benefits. Each has benefits and disadvantages and advantages. So go through them, like psychological benefits of zones are reduced stress. I think I had mentioned that. Better patience. You can practice better patience, improved timing, and then realistic planning, which is awesome. You'll just come to know see it while you use it more. And then zone creation, you can go through that. So the zone with zone ini, but I will mention again, use the swing high and swing low. Choose that candle that created that, and then check the wick and body of that candle and then draw the zone that way. I think that would be better for that. But you can read also that in case you need more. Then there's level trading. Okay, I think there's nothing else. Let's There's nothing else. Again, nested zones isn't a bit complex. Dynamic zones, moving averages, and resistance levels. So dynamic zones and levels, there's moving zones, channel zones, Fibonacci zones, adaptive approach. So market structure, that is Fibonacci zones, kunakwanga na levels za Fibonacci, unachukua mbili, una create ka zone kako hapo, so that can also act as a zone. And then we have daily, weekly, monthly highs and lows, round numbers, swing highs and swing lows. Any a way of creating horizontal support and resistance levels, and then dynamic support and resistance levels, trend lines, moving averages, channels, parallel channels, and so on and so forth. So I think we mentioned trend lines, yes, and channels. Okay. So I think I'm done. I don't know if there's any other thing. The rest you can go through. Maybe the strategies. Bounce trading, new unangojea price reject and then break when levels break also. Yeah, time imeisha. Okay, so So part 2 ndo kuna hiyo role reversal, hapo ndo utaenda kusoma more on that. I will leave it to you, but I've explained majority of the issues. And then kuna kitu inaitwa confluence. You need several confluences and they are all highlighted here. And then time is not on our side. Yeah, and then strategies. False breakout strategy, kulikuwa na breakout strategy, false breakout na range breakout, range trading. So those are the three main strategies. For the rest of the notes, you just go through them. I want us to go to the chart now. Okay, before we go to the chart, there's something that I need you to formulate a routine. So there's pre-market analysis. That is, you need your zones already highlighted even before anything. So you can do it every single morning because if it's the 1 hour, we have 24 candles that are gonna finish. If it's 4 hours, is it 4 candles? I'm a 6 candles. 4 times 6, yes, 6 candles that are gonna form. That's the so you just do it every morning.
Okay, please repeat that again. Please
So
repeat that again.
okay, so I'm saying you
On
need
the
a
candles.
routine. Yeah. So for a daily candle, sorry, an hourly candle, uh it has 24 candles in a day. So 1 hour times 24. So that's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm telling you. You can do it every morning when you wake up. First thing, ukiingia kwa chart, just just highlight the zones, and then you si kitu itamaliza. Sorry, it can be levels ama zones ama both. Just find them and then draw them, which is something that will take more than 10 minutes, and then you just wait. You put your alarm if it's the nearest that is price is gonna move to. Just put an alarm for both of them, both support and resistance, and then you wait. You can do it for several, like 3 pairs or 4 pairs. It's up to you. So that's what I'm saying, that for an hourly candle, like you are going to set up support and resistance at the hourly, it will be 24 candles. If it's the 4 hour time frame for support and resistance, they form 6 candles per day. So, and then in the 5 minute time frame, 5 times, how many are they in an hour? 5 times nimesahau, nazijuanga top of my head. 12. They're normally 12 candles in an hour. So why this is important is because you're gonna give yourself a range of time, like, okay, hii ilisha form hapa because remember price is doing this in real time, so huna hiyo time, so mingi, so many things have to be in the back of your mind, but it's not complicated, it's very easy to remember all this information. So you just wait for that candle. You need like 1 to 5 minute candle, 3 sometimes, 4 sometimes, and then now you get your entry and everything is perfect. So you need like a routine. So I will leave these notes. Sorry, I will encourage you to read these notes. So you need to pre-market before you anything during in the morning, identify ama at night, usiku kabla ulale, identify key levels, assess overnight action, plan potential trades, and then set alerts, and then set your risk management ama do your risk management assessment. And then kuna hiyo during the trade, active trading management, nature trade management, monitor approaches, volume, confirmation, candlestick signals, and then entry execution, and then trade management. I don't want to tell you a bad behavior, but some people don't normally have stop losses. I don't encourage that. Ama they have mental stop losses. I don't encourage that, simply because price can mess you up. So you never know, even though previously ama umeona trade zako mingi zimekuwa like hata kama ina lose ka trade kamoja, hizo zingine nne zina nini na ama inani weak out ama inani liquidate, inafanya inani trap, inanifanyia liquidity trap. Sisi nisikuwa nimeweka tu stop loss actively, let me just put it as a mental stop loss. But again, it is very dangerous because one day it will reverse on you and it will eat up a lot of your profit. No. So I would
Mm.
encourage you, please don't take that lightly. Even though it's a good strategy and all that, always put your stop loss. It's very important. So I'm done. So you can integrate with other analysis like candlesticks. You can go look how candles, the rejection candles, how they behaved, and the next candle, and then you form your entry. You can do market structure. You can combine venye nimesema candle patterns, then you can combine with trend analysis, like look at the trend, which with trend na market structure ni one and the same, and then candlesticks sasa. So basically mpaka hapo venye tumesoma leo so far, that is a whole strategy in itself. So you don't say you can start trading in your demo account. So officially you can start trading now. So I wanted to take you to my chart. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes, I can.
You can see it. So I wanted to show you some of the levels we formulated last time, how they ended up behaving.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can see how this strategy is in a nutshell. So there's one level I want to extend because it played out even in the future. That's why I was telling you some levels they can come to the future. So yeah, so iliacha once a level, okay, senye unafaa kufuta level inafaa kukua ikishakuwa broken, when that level is broken. For example, hii level imekuwa broken hapa, so at this instance ndo unafaa because inaweza kuwa na hiyo swali, hey Cecilia, when should I break, when should I stop using a certain level ama a certain zone? Once it is broken, so I normally find it now the kazi ya hiyo level ishaisha, and then I focus on other things. So because it means a new level has been formed, a new key level has been, zinaitangwa key levels. I think nilikuwa mention loosely. For example, this level here, let me extend it to somewhere there where it was broken. Okay, so sorry for that. So for example, this level, when it came back here, it offered us an opportunity to trade. I know we had, for me personally, I didn't, let me put it in a way you can see well because I need it to be seen well. For example, here, when price came back here at this level, you see it rejected perfectly. This was a zone, a range. It was a range. And we know in a range, a range can be it's also called a channel. It can be its own strategy, but it can also be at the back of your mind whereby you are like, okay, ikikujanga kwa range nafaa kusell at the support nafaa kusell at the resistance portion of the range and buy at the and vice versa, and buy at the support level of the range, sindio? So we know that, Rehema.
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm saying, so we know that in a range, so you know how to trade ranges and channels. Am should I add it into the curriculum?
Yeah, we can add that to the curriculum.
Okay, so you see ranges basically. Before we look at it, you'll remind me because I'll have to add it later, but I don't know where to add it.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'll figure out. But for ranges, we normally when we identify a range, we normally buy at support and sell at resistance of the range, targeting the opposite. So for example, range may form you to your basic to support and resistance floor is the floor and the ceiling. So una target the opposite direction. So in this case, this was the price came to this level of ours is still important because price came and it rejected, so I would have entered here, and then I target. Where was the previous? Yeah, there. So I would have targeted there. Just like that, it gave us a 2:2.5, and it didn't have to take a long time. Or we could have targeted even here. Kuna haja kuwa na tamaa, because mi nayo nikipata 1:2, I'm okay. I'm always okay with that. So price yetu ingefikia somewhere there. So, and again there. So somewhere there. So normally what I normally like to do, if I identify like something like a pin bar, like for example this a pin bar, what I do is I normally come and reduce stop loss yetu ingefaa kukua hapa. Unaona hiyo ni 1:1. So either increase take profit yako ama reduce your stop loss. So me, what I normally like to do, I don't like my stop loss to be past 30. So I can come and put it at 30, or I come, if I'm using just market structure or what I'm seeing in the market, I go, even though this is a pin bar, I come and look where was price rejecting. So nikiangalia hapa price ilikuwa inashinda ikireject sana at this level. That's why I came directly and put my stop loss here. Ume understand your point? So I come and this level hii pin bar, kuweka stop loss yako hapa itakusaidia, and I know my strategy, once price picks up it goes upwards, so there's no point of like having a stop loss way far down. But the good ndo pia pass on that trade. So normally what I like to do is, if I see a very huge rejection, a huge week, what I do is I go back and look at, so this level here, let me just highlight it for you so that you can see it. This level here, now I'm gonna put my stop loss there. So you see my stop loss is just, and then I give it an allowance. So inakuja, no, ilikuwa 25 hapo ama 28 somewhere there, but I put my stop loss there. Let me remove this now because it's not important. And then I have my trade 1:2. So I got that trade, and then price came again and rejected hapo juu, nikachukua sell yangu, and then price came again. You see the behavior of price when it comes there, it rejects. Na unakumbuka hii tulikuwa tumeform to even before this price action happened, so unakumbuka Rehema?
Yeah.
Do you remember this demonstration? You'll see it in the previous class because I had
Mm-hmm.
demonstrated to you. So I want us to
Mm-hmm.
see how price reacted, so that you see the importance of that. You see like how I was telling you. You can see it in action. So for example, price came here, it tweaked, but I'm waiting for a confirmation candle, which was this. I come and put my entry here, and then I target this next swing high, which was there, about there. And you see my stop loss 26 pips, my take profit 85 pips, and then I have a good risk reward of 1:3 points, 1:3.2. I wait, price didn't fully come there, so I have no business entering there. There's one that has touched exactly here, hapa. So I have another opportunity. I come, and just know this, when you're coming to trade, you're coming with so much confidence. Hakuna haja kuogopa ogopa ama hesitate, because again in psychology, you will learn more in psychology. Hesitation is not good for you. Hesitation itakufanya you miss out in so many trades. So you should train yourself to be courageous and have confidence. So this one, can it get to 2? It won't be able. So let's see, stop loss yetu ni 18. So I'm trying to see if I can get a setup. So this one, unless I reduce the stop loss, I want to make it to have it a small allowance. Yeah, it's gonna give me like 1:2 on the dot. Yeah, there. So you see, I have another trade there. And then price came here. Now the funny thing is, I got a rejection candle. Um, this setup, what did we call it? Was it shooting? No, no, no. It was a morning star. You remember in candlestick formations? You remember this one?
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
morning star. So
Mm-hmm.
I came here. I put my trade there. I targeted this level, hoping it would have gone that way, and then my stop loss was somewhere there. I need to make it 15 pips. Ah, 15, where is it there? I found 15. Okay, let's just put it there, but just know the 15. So, and then I was taken out. So this was a losing trade, which is okay. Sindio? It is very, very
Mm-hmm.
much okay. And then that trade now, kazi yake iliisha. I come, I remove that trend line. Sorry, that support line. I have an option of leaving this if I want to record my back testing. Sorry, my journal. So I have an option of leaving that way, but I just know kazi ya hiyo imeisha. So in another way ya kumark, you cannot change the color to blue. I can come and now change the color to blue ndo nijue I don't need to use this nini again, kazi yake imeisha. And then I come now to resistance. Now see how price is behaving. Price has come to our resistance zone. It created a rejection candle, which is the opposite candle. So I come and take my short position. And then in case you have any questions, just tell me. So we have that, and then my target is here. This give us a 1:3. It didn't come all the way, but I'm sure ilikuja to 1:2. Let me count where is that date and range. Okay, this would have been taken out. It gave us 38 pips na hii ilikuwa 66. So ilienda 1:1, but it didn't go 1:2. Because if we just reduce it, it didn't give us, it gave us 1:2, yeah. Sorry for that. So I would have entered here, still here, but remember I normally settings zangu za trade management yangu ni I start trailing at 1:2. So this would have been a successful trade either way because I start trailing at 1:2. Mbona hii cooperate? It was 1:339. Good. Whatever. So wacha tuachane na hiyo cause imekataa kukuja, ilikuwa 1:2. Nataka kuja hapa exactly hapo. But anyway, it's okay. But it ended up failing because it was taken out in the next, I don't know how many candles, but it reached our, ingeanza kutrail immediately, na nikianzanga kutrail naekanga the least, pips za kwanza kuitrail. So kama nimesema start trailing after 1:2, naanzanga kutrail now na every 0.5 pip ndio nisi out on that, ama 1 pip, then every 1 pip tunaanza kutrail. So and then our trade became that higher. Now support and resistance flip hapa ndo inakuja kuplay, which I told you it's very complex. This level ikishakuwa broken, alafu inaacha kukua support, inakuwa resistance. So I mark it as, if it's a resistance, I will mark it as color orange. And then here chini, if it was support, I mark it as blue, yenye inakaribia hiyo line yenye ilikuwa, ndio nijue kazi yake imeisha. So I come, but it's so inafana na red. So let me change the color maybe to, ama some people usually shade it. Unaweza shade, you can shade that kazon. So let me give it another color. Okay, it's a bit, yeah, I think that's better. Let me give it that color. So you see this level now has become what? It has become our new support because it was broken, and then it but so hata kwa mtu sasa wa kawaida venye nimekufunza, you won't, it's a bit advanced, so you won't use it. So first of all, let me remove this line because kazi yake kimeisha. Once it's broken, it ceases to be helpful. But for somebody who has mastered support and resistance, they now use this as the new uh, resistance level, sorry, support level. Haya, but tulikuwa tumetengeneza a new resistance level tu hapo juu, yenye nikiangalia kwa 1 hour ni ile yenye haikuwa inaingiana na psychological level, if I'm not wrong. Let me see. You remember in the previous class, I told you there's a level that wasn't identified by the fractal. Unakumbuka? Rehema,
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
Unakumbuka hii level?
Mm-hmm.
I identified it with my eyes. I told you, even though the fractal has not identified, but out of my experience, I know this is a resistance level. So naikumbuka? It is this one now where we are in the nini. So what I do is, come on, I want it to go back to the 5-minute time frame. And I don't want
Imehang kidogo.
ilikuwa imehang. Na sitaki tuchelewe juu I want hii class ishe vizuri. So again, I was waiting for this level. You see the importance of waiting. Waiting is a virtue in trading. It's very helpful. So I come and put my stop loss there, and then I come and take my TP over down here. So it gave us 1:5 risk reward, which is amazing. So as we are doing this, can you see now the beauty? Unakumbuka hii level yenye ilisis kukua support imekuwa resistance, which is a bit complex, so I will just demonstrate to you with my arrow, but I won't I won't show you the trade because sitaki ku confuse. So hapa kwa hii SR flip, hapa tungekuwa na trade, hapa tungekuwa na trade, hapa tungekuwa na trade, although ingekuwa taken out somewhere here, but it was a liquidity grab. Hapa tungekuwa na another trade. Oh my goodness, so many trades hapa, and so on and so forth. So the advantage ya kukua ya support ya SR flip, inaitwa SR flip, inatupeanga chances when an old support and resistance has flipped to become a resistance, and so on and so forth. But let's see how this nini happened. You see, it rejected na haikuwahi kukuja tena kwa hiyo level, so price went and now it wants to go back to this level. Na shuku ili kuna level moja yenye ilikuwa although tuliachana nayo, it became the new support, but tuliachana nayo, of which it's a good thing, leave it alone. Now I want to go back to the 1 hour because you see there are new levels that were formed. If you have any question, just tell me. So for example, this level ndio tumetoka kutrade. Haya, kwa hii level tuliform a new support. Unaona, a new swing low was formed. So hapa tulikuwa tunafaa kukuja kutengeneza a new zone. So what you do is you take a horizontal ray. So we are formulating a new one, which will be beneficial to us in the future. We won't create a new swing high because the one that we created is already in action. So we're just waiting price to come at our level. And also this one is near, so we don't need to create this one. It will still work with this. The first step is to turn this into a psychological number, which is turn it to 80 ama 4. Sijui kama 4 ita work. Let's see here. 4. Oh, no. 4 didn't work. So it's 4 didn't work. So let me put it to, if you have any question, just tell me. We'll do it to, was it 4? 380. Yes, 380. Let's say 380. Good. It'll work na 380. So actually 350. Say 380. 350, then half of it. So good. No, no, no. 380. It was a minor psychological level. So zinakuwa mbili, kuna major psychological level which is 150, minor psychological level you round it to the next 10th hivyo. Kama nilikuwa 77, 80 hivyo. So let's put it that way. I think it will make more sense that way. So we come and take our tool, which is our new support. And remember hapa ikijiform hapa price action tulikuwa tumeachiwa tu haka kanini ka fractal. So us would have traded right here at this level. So let's first label it. It was a 1 hour support, or at which date was this? 18th. Mike ilisha charge. I'm sorry. But I hope umesikia. Nimeongea vitu mingi. Gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Haujanisikia?
For like what? A minute or so. Or not
Oh,
long.
it's a minute. Oh, me thought it is a long time.
Yeah, because I'm saying, so when you were coming up with that, so before you switched, when you were identifying I think you were still on
Oh,
on gold before you shifted to BTC USD.
sawa basi. Okay, I will lead you to that, but no problem. Okay, so can you see like, okay, do you have any question first of all?
Yeah, I'm just looking at this. I think I wanted to suggest to you when we
Uh-huh.
do the day we do range nini trading, we
Uh-huh.
also do an overview of fractals
Fractals.
in depth, like so that because I think tulipitia juju tukashinda tukisema tutapitia and I'm saying it keeps coming up on our charts.
Yeah.
So it will benefit me to be on the same page with you when I'm fully understanding the fractals.
Okay, so right now we have 8 minutes. I don't know if I can go through. Okay, first of all, before I think I'll cover it in the next class, market structure. Because
Yeah.
it helps identify swing highs and swing lows. You'll understand when I talk about fractals, I'm talking about swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low. So we'll see it better in the next class. But before we get there, go to your indicators. Hapa hivi, click there. Click. So write fractal. Have you written? Sorry. Have you written fractals?
Just 1 second. Google.
Have you written?
Yeah.
So there's fractal by Igoti. This is the one that I was telling you. One of my mentors wrote this spine script, that indicator, but it is based off of William fractals. So you can choose to use William fractals or this one by Igor. So just choose. The others are the same, but they are more improved. So no need for the rest. So you can choose the Igor one. So for us to be on the same page, but if you want, it came from William fractals, this guy here. So he's the inventor of fractals. So they help basically. So once you come on to fractals, uweke kwa indicators, just come to the setting period ni 2. It means it will look to 2 candles before and 2 candles after to identify a high. 2 candles before, 2 candles after to identify a high. So what it's doing, it's looking for swing highs and swing lows. 2 candles before, 2 candles after to identify a swing low. So we can change it to 5. You can also change it to 5 if you want. So if we refresh, you'll notice that it is more, it is now more like it will give us fewer, but it will do exactly what you want it to do. So if you want to look like, you want it to look five candles before, 5 candles after, you see it's doing exactly that. It is looking 5 candles before, 5 candles after, 5 candles before, 5 candles after. That's what, that's the only difference now. So that's the only setting you change. And then now, don't change anything here, don't change anything here, just hapo ndo tu have to change. So ukitaka
Kwa input hapo kwa periods.
period, so you can change it to 2, 3, 4 depending on your preference. May like it to leave it at 2. So what it means, it looks 2 candles before, 2 candles after, to try and identify a swing high or swing low. Have I answered you?
Yes, you've answered me. I like the way different people are coming up with different indicators to help everybody.
Yeah, but this guy's William Fractal ni mzee. I think it was I think ilikuwa 1970 something. This guy huyu mtu alishaenda, alienda William Fractal, I think. So let me just check.
Mbona venye BTC ilishuka with the news za Senate.
Sasa that's how it normally news fundamentals zina making. So unaona the high yenye hiyo news ama the low yenye hiyo news iliform, hiyo sasa ita act as a very strong support and resistance level. So naangalia hiyo time hiyo news ili happen, uone reaction, and then you just map out this was the news. So utasema news high, news low, hivyo tu ndo utaenda ukisema. Invention. Yeah. So any other question? Tumebakisha like 4 minutes. 1995, yeah, alitengeza 1995 from his book. First he wrote a book and then engineers wakaanza kutengeneza, so 1995. I think he's still alive. Mbona nina nini mtu wa watu but he's old, he's very very old, so yeah. So any other question?
I'm just curious to know, like, first of all, I must admit that your maps are very clean. You don't have too many indicators, where.
Yeah.
Ama maybe tutafika hapo. I don't know. I see other people using RSI, and what you said, hata huko tutafika kuelezea what use each indicator is for.
Yeah. You see, it has become dirty. I've made it dirty again. And all of them have importance. For example, let me go to the 1 hour. 1 hour, why did I put this one to be a level? 4 hours. Sorry for that. So yeah, no, this is misplaced. Okay, I don't get it. There. And then there. So this is our support and resistance level. If we go to the 15-minute in Euro USD, okay, we can still use it. So Euro USD, what we do, first of all, you are supposed to like formulate, let me not use that, let me use BTC. I'm sorry, because we don't have time to label all that, not our class to end. So we can also use gold, whichever, but I wanted to show you quickly like our reaction. You see, like this is a very strong support level because price hata kama ilikuja na, one thing please note, ndio level ikuwe imekuwa ina flip, a very strong candle has to come and reject it. So for example, hii ilikuja ikibahatisha. Unaonanga candle kama hii imekuja all across there and then another candle even forms. So hiyo ndio tutasema successfully it is a reverse, a flip. Sorry, a breakout. It's also called a breakout. So in this case, mimi bado this support is still being held, and you can see in the future that level was being held even in the future. It was being held. It ended up becoming obsolete, if that's the right word, later, and then it became now a new support, a new resistance level. So, for example, in this instance, I want to put the dynamic. I've not shown you a dynamic support and resistance level. One of them is the VWAP. So the VWAP, if I come and edit quickly, akitime isiende, nimebakisha 1 minute. Sijui kama tuta create a new class. What do you think? Should
Yeah,
we
we
create
create
a
a
new
new class.
class? Briefly,
Yeah.
and nikuoneshe now the dynamic support and resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, you now come and look at the confluence, because remember VWAP ni session based, like for today alone, if I mentioned it last time. So for example, this will be a very perfect entry hapa hivi ingekuwa, because email align na VWAP very very nicely, and it will have given us a very good risk reward ya 1:5. So you see let's finish with this class. Acha ni
So if
Mhm.
VWAP, so I'm at the indicators, I'm searching VWAP. So I take the first one.
Just a
Is
moment.
there so many?
There's so many, yeah. So people normally do the variations, and then there's the main one. So VWAP. You search VWAP, and then you see the one written weighted volume, weighted average price.
Mm-hmm.
This one, volume, weighted average price. That is the
Yeah.
one. Just click that one, and then.
Okay.
But I'll show you in indicators more neat on indicators. So I just want to show you how dynamic support and resistance works now. So there's horizontal. Horizontal ni yenye tunachora line na box, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then sasa, I hope una record by the way. Did I put record? Yeah, I think. And then there's the dynamic. Sa kama hivi wapi, it's a dynamic support and resistance. Now what happens is during what happens is if there's confluence, remember we are at a support. Unaona hapa hivi hii line na hii ka box, zikikuwa karibu, alafu tuko na confirmation candle hapa na kuna VWAP hapo, so najua this is called a confluence. Those three things are meeting at one point, that's a confluence. Kama hapa ni confluence. Okay. Haya, so this is a dynamic support. This is right now at this point in time, this is a dynamic support. This is a horizontal support. Zikimit, alafu niko na confirmation candle hapo. Zikimit at this point, najua trade yangu, this is now called an A+ setup. So alafu you see the good thing is inakupea very huge risk reward. So hapo unaingia with so much confidence. Sawa? So let me give you now. I don't want to show you what VWAP basically does, but what it does, it acts like support and resistance. If I look at another example, because they're kind of mini, like here, this we are no, not really. This is in the beginning of the session, so probably no good ones. So they are very rare. So the more una add more things, the more rare the trades become. So you can choose. It's up to you now to choose what you want to do. Okay, for now, I'm not seeing any other use of the confluence side, but if you are supposed now to trade, tuseme tunafaa kutrade sasa hii support and resistance, So what I would do, but we'll talk more in future about this. Every time price comes and touches this and it's above the VWAP, we buy. So hapa ningeputa buy hapo, another buy. So kazi yako ni tu kuja na buy. Ikishuka chini, ikiflip, unaona venye imeacha kukuwa support, imekosa resistance. So every opportunity I get ya kusell, for example, hapo imeshuka, hapa ningesell, hapa ningesell. So hivyo ndo unaenda ukifanya. Wapi kwingine, hapa ningesell. So that's how VWAP behaves. So it acts as a dynamic support and resistance. Same case na moving averages. Even though moving averages you behave, you come, for example here, hapa ndio una buy at this candle, una buy. Some are not good, some are good. So now the problem with such is you won't have a higher win rate, maybe like the old way. So that's why I normally encourage people, anzia kwanza na hii support and resistance normal, cause inakupea patience. The main advantage you get with this is you'll exercise so much patience. Yani utakuwa na good patience. Kuna opportunity ingine hapa, for example, I would have bought here, I would have targeted this candle or this candle, but this one, and then my stop loss would have been there. So it gave us a 1:5 risk reward, which is not all that good. And haikuenda kuenda, but it would have been a losing trade, but it's okay because I know nitai recover in another one. And then our trade ended. Has it made sense?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Haya. So I think
You have to listen again.
okay, we can do it later, maybe once, maybe kama
Yeah.
unataka kunini, we can go back to it because it requires so much practice, and then practice makes perfect. So I remember yesterday I was telling you about the advantage of going down to lower time frame. For example, 4 hour, even though BTC, I don't know if you remember, I told you, even though BTC's time frame I like it to be 4 hour, I normally can trade either 15-minute time frame or a 5-minute time frame. Do you remember that point?
Hmm.
I told you.
Yeah, I remember you saying something like that, but we can do an overview.
Yeah, so the reason why I was telling you that is because in the 15-minute time frame, more, you can have more opportunities. In the 5-minute time frame, you can have more opportunities. Because remember, the candles are closing earlier, and then there are more. So you see, for example, this trade of mine, I would have gotten if I entered it in the 5-minute time frame, which is my okay, out of my experience, those 5 years of me seriously trading, I've realized the 5-minute time frame is a more solid, according to my personality, is a better time frame for me. Does it make sense? So I'm not telling you to go to 5 minutes. It's according to me. So you can choose a 15-minute time frame or 5. But I'm telling you the advantage of 5-minute time frame is that you'll get better entries. They are also called sniper entries, but also better entries, and then you get more opportunities. For example, hapa trade yetu ingekuwa confirmed by this candle because this is a pin bar, si ndio? You remember pin bar, this one,
Yeah.
and then I enter here, and then I target, this is a 1:3, I target this swing high or this one. So this one will have given me sorry, this one here, this swing low, cause so many candles are here. There's a close, a rejection, so it could have been that or this. So wetu unakuja tunajua okay, well, price ikikuja all the way ni sawa, but also tungekuwa taken out by that. In that instance, there's another opportunity here, so I would have come and entered there, and then targeted maybe there, and then my stop loss would have been there, 1:2.5. So again, ingetolewa. So draw the disadvantage. The more trades, either ways, kama ni losses, the more the losses, the more the profit. That's why I'm telling you also again, time frame alignment is important. 4 hour inafaa kuendanisha na 15 minute time frame. Inafaa kukupea better entries na a better support and resistance, because the support ya 4 hours haitakuwa the same na ya 1 hour. So for example, if I went to the 1 hour time frame, same chart ingenipea a slightly different zone. So you need to choose. Ukienda practice, enda uchoose which one should I take. Should I take the 5 minute? Sorry, the 1 hour is my main support and resistance, or should I take the 5 minute? Sorry, the 4 hour ama 1 minute. But you need to know in the 1 hour, you need to know it will go with the 5 minutes. For the 4 hour, it will go with the 15 minutes. Does it? Have I confused you further, guy? Unajua nasema hivi.
No,
Kama like
it's important I get that. Like
mm,
if you're saying it's for the 1 hour,
mm.
okay, maybe you can slow down hapo kwa pairing the time frame so I can fully understand.
So the 4 hour, what out of my experience, you can go and test it out. But
Mhm,
for me, I've learned for the 4 hours, I have to combine it with the 15-minute time frame. Like the 4 hours
mhm,
is the support and resistance, it gives me the key level, and then the 15 minutes is my entry time frame. So I go to the
mhm,
15 minutes and look for my trades there. If I'm using the 1 hour, I need to go with the 5 minute time frame. Okay, so I don't know if I can
mhm.
get you a good example. Let me just look for, I don't know if it will work. So let me remove these trades zenye tumeset up hapo. So for the 1 hour, you can hide these setups. Let me just use a random level like this one. This was a swing. This was a swing low at this point in time hapa kwenye na circle. So what I would have done is come and take my line, my horizontal ray like that. Angalia if it is in a zone. So utakuja kunotice like hiyo sorry, psychological number after umefanya so many times, there's no need to go and adjust, but it's good for you to know right now. It's important. So you'll just do it in your head. Si lazima ukuje. Alafu I come and create, because this candle, this one ndio imeform a swing low. I just come and take the box, the zone, and draw it from there to there, and then send it to the future. So although my trade would have started from here, because you remember this is 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. So alafu look back yangu ni two candles. So ingeangalia 2 candles here, 2 candles here. So I would have started trading right there. So before I go to the lower time frame, let me turn it green and let me write 1 hour, 1 hour, which was this date, because I'm gonna use it even in the future. 18th August 2025, and then I leave it. So my job is to go back and I will extend it, because I see in the future it still was important. Now my job is to go back to the 5 minutes time frame. It's very important for you to understand this. So it started where? It started here. But remember, my first trade would have been this candle. Unaona hapa? Let me just label it for you. Where is the circle? There's normally a circle. Ama arrow. Let me just take an arrow. It would have been there. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame and see where that candle was, because we are not doing it in real time. It's important for us to see exactly where it was. Come on, don't hang on me. Good. Yeah, it is. It would have been, yeah, kwenye tu nimekwambia, si unaona imepoint tu hapo. So there, so you see this candle, because 2 Remember, swing low, 2 candles on the left, 2 candles on the right. So our trade would have started somewhere there. So I go back because I'm not lying to you. Ngeshinda huyu anajuaje? Yeah, but so hapo ndo ingeanza. So actually ingeanza somewhere here, but let's just start from here. So first thing, candle ingekuja, unangoja kuona, observe how price reacts. So first observation, a confirmation candle formed. My target will be this swing highs. Remember, I normally tell you take profit yako inafaa kukua lower, inafaa kukua lower, but stop loss inafaa yani inafaa kukua juu ya front running. Hebu nishinde nikirudia hiyo juu nini. So take profit yako badala ya hii week imake iko somewhere there, cause market psychology, utachezewa psychology yako hapa hadi ujichenge. So it's best to reduce your take profit, and then your stop loss nayo unaisongesha nyuma kidogo, cause also utachezwa some psychology kidogo tu yenye itakudiscourage hapa kule, but it's normal. Tumeishaizoea, tunajua what is happening. So risk reward yetu ni 1:2.85 and it was successful. It was not the only candle. There was this candle that came to our level, rejected, so I would have entered here. The only disadvantage of this is because there was this capin bar, but I can solve that by going, let me know, enter there. Where was the next swing high? I would have targeted this level. You see this swing high hapa hivi hapa. Okay, nilikwambia, I think nilikwambia swing high, sorry, fractals ni important kwangu because they help me look like zinanirahisisha. Si lazima nifanye so many, because there's so many things I'm supposed to be doing. So they help me a lot in identifying take profit, stop loss, blah blah, because zinakuonesha tu swing points. So nini yangu moja ingekuwa hapo, hiyo ni 1:6 juu sasa ningeangalia nitakuja niweke the next one which is 1:27. Yeah, 27. And then I know once inafika 1:2 I start trailing. I'm not forcing this trade, by the way. So stop loss yangu ingekuwa somewhere, I normally reduce it to 30. If I see it's such a scenario, I just reduce it to 30 and then I enter my trade. So ingekuwa somewhere there, because I like to give my chance, my trades also a chance. See, forcing trades, this is different. I've known when I'm saying I like my stop loss to be between 15 to 20, kama si 20 to 30, it's because I've seen you need a breathing room. So ina depend. Some candles are small, some candles are big. So I know when I get a pin bar, because that week is so long, I have to adjust that, because price it end up kwenda my way either way. So you see, that was a good trade. So you see in the 1 hour and 15 minutes, sorry, 1 hour versus 5 minutes, inatupea more opportunities. Can you see that? It goes giving us more opportunities. So, and then this one, I come there, I target this swing high, and then my stop loss is here. Hata kama haija print, I know this is a swing level. So I come like that and voila, haijafika all the way, still haijafika all the way, but it's still an ongoing trade. Again, imefika 40. Normally I like to reduce it to 30. You see, still hatujatolewa kwa hii trade because this week is too long for me. Haya, there's another one. So let me show you now a good thing, the difference in the weeks. So this is a pin bar. This is my entry. So my entry is there. The pin bar, the stop loss should be somewhere there. So you see this one is below 30. This is okay. I don't have to extend it. I'm going to reduce it. I'm going to do what. And then my swing point is that one. So you see this one went to the T actually, which is good. 1:2.4. Utaniuliza, kuna watu tu candles twingine naona hapa zinafanya rejection. Kama hapa ningekuwa na opportunity. Why don't I trade this one? Because this price has not yet finished. Hata hii haijamaliza, but okay, yeah, I would have cause au ningekuja kwa alert nione labda nimechelewa kuja, this trade I would have entered right there and then closed this one, but this would have been stopped out. Ningetolewa right there, ningekuwa stopped out, which is okay. Ninge lose around 13 pips, ninge extend to 15, so around 15, so that would be that. So out of the 1 hour time frame tumepata, remember in the 4 hour time frame tumepata 1 trade, in the 15-minute time frame 15-minute time frame, si ndio? Haya, in the 1 hour tumepata 1 trade, 2, 3, but 1 was a loss. Haya, tumepata 4, 5, which were winners. Yeah, just like that. So we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. 1 was a loser. So 4 wins, 5 loss. 4 wins, 1 loss in from a 1 hour time frame, na ndio tumeona ikiwa consistent. Kwa gold tuliona similar things, tuliona 4 trades, maybe 1 was a loser, si ndio? So that's how like the advantage of using like maybe the 1 hour, but it's up to you. Kama unataka 4 hour itakupea precise entries, 4 15-minute entries, like itakupea trades za 15-minute time frame, which was this one. So I hope it has made sense. Any question? Nimeanza kubit na sijakuja maji. Nimeanza kubit. Haya, so do you have any other question? First of all.
It's just to ask, when we are doing all this, should we stay out during fundamentals, news, things like that?
Of course. So what you will do is you just observe. Me fundamental news ndo naendanga sasa na watch wasi kama Kenyan Prince. Aki Kenyan Prince is so entertaining. So
is it a group?
No, Kenyan Prince is one of the Forex traders who like has pasa hii wako na beef na Flaco, because you see those traders, those funny traders in the internet. So there's a guy called Kenyan Prince. So those are the times now I go and observe, because I like to entertain myself, ndo nisinge trade. So normally what I do is I observe the market, I observe the chart. So I wait. Once the rejection, so what happens during news? Weeks zina happening. Price itaona imeshoot shup hadi juu. So once imeshoot, either before ama after news imekuwa released ama something has happened, I go and mark. I write it as news high. For example, hapa nitakuja niandike news high ama news low hapa, news low. And then kwenye itaform a high nakuja naandika news high. Why am I writing that? Because after 30 minutes niko na ruhusa kuingia hiyo trade. Nitaenda sasa niangalie, okay, price inajaribu kwenda wapi? Same principle. After 30 minutes I go, I wait, nitamark tu. Si nimemark news high, news low, ninaeka ka zone kangu, so nangoja kuona price itabehave aje ikifika hapo. Chances are ita reject, unaona? So hapo si I'm getting my free trades hapo, just like that. So that's how me personally I trade news. So it doesn't mean I don't trade news. I trade the aftermath of news, because chances are price will go back to that level, one of those levels, either the low or the high. So just watch and observe how it reacts there. Have I answered your question? So yes, my answer is no, I don't trade news. I just trade the aftermath of news, which is 30 minutes, as minute I extend to 1 hour. So from 1 hour, so kuna ruhusa ya kuendelea kutrade for the day. But don't trade 30 minutes before ama 1 hour before the news. If you must trade, ni trade yenye iko still active. but set kama ilikuwa in profit already, what you do is now trail your stop loss, karibisha stop loss yako. Kama ilikuwa haijafikisha 1:2 iweke ikuja hapo ikaribie maybe 1:1, 1:1.5, ndio pia ama ubreak even. So instances like that you break even, and again unaweza sahau. So what you do is go to the calendar and go to this, sijui kama nilikuonyesha Forex Factory, this website ndio inatupeanga hizo, but MT5 siku hizi inakuanga nayo. So
25 the app or the
MT5,
nini?
yeah, the MT5 ya laptop. So it has, you just need to know to mark those days. For example, today we haven't logged in. So yeah, today we have CPI. Sorry, in card. So mwenye ana USD card, mwenye ana trade USD card, this is important information for them. So they just mark ikifika 3:30, ikifika 3 hawafai kuwa in a trade. Kama wako already in a trade that is profitable, all they need to do is adjust the trade, manage that trade ndio wasilu. Another secret, it should be common knowledge, ni when you are trading news, just trade 1%. Watu wengi wanaendanga full pot. Mi nashindwa sasa, nyinyi mnaenda ku full pot. When I say full potting is they trade everything, the risk. So mtu alikuwa na $1,000 anaweka lot size ya $1,000. Unaona, hiyo si ni kwa careless. So just continue 1%. So time ya news usikuwe tempted to increase your, because again we never know what price is gonna do. We think we know, but we'll be humbled, ile serious. So still continue with 1% risk per trade. Have I answered your question?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, okay, so one has to keep checking the different website for Forex Factory. But there's not one single item that can be embedded on a trading view or something that kind of like gives you a warning. It's like you kind of have to be on the lookout, right?
Yeah, you can.
Kama ni
It's not
kama
that
ni
hard.
kama ni New York kufungua trading zao saa 10 saa 9,
So kenye
so
unafanya
lazima unaenda tu pale Forex Factory.
unaangalia sasa.
So
So
unaenda
for example, si unakumbuka nikikwambia in the morning ukiamka unafaa kuset your support and resistance levels and zones for maybe 3 candles, aimalizi 10 minutes. After that unaweza sema okay, twende kwa hii wiki. Actually in the week unafaa kujua how many times will I have news that affect USD. So nakuja na maka, leo hatuna maybe card. So New Zealand, kwa ulikuwa na trade New Zealand, nakuja GBP tuko na news kesho. Tuone ka gold, sorry, ka USD iko, so nakuja ukiangalia the whole place. So tutakuwa nayo on Thursday, USD flash manufacturing PMI, tutakuwa na PMI news na unemployment claims on Thursday. So you mark that on Thursday. Hata hiyo asubuhi utamark ikifika 3 kuna news zinatokea, and on Friday unakuja tena unaangalia. So it's just a matter of 1 minute thing, una mark tu juu haifai kukuaffect ati saa, alafu juu utakuwa actively kwa trade, utaona tu Friday tuko na news. Nakwambia hivyo juu nilikuwa nishajua Thursday, Friday tuko na news, but ikifika hiyo time hiyo siku I'm supposed to adjust accordingly. It's not a big thing. There's no, to answer your question, there's no an alert system for that unless you code it. Miss J code unless I think of coding it, but it's, if you want to buy it on MT5 marketplace, you can save maybe $100, you buy it. But they are there. There are those alerts, they tell you kuko na news inakuwa alert na ring kwa MT5 yako ya simu, then you go, you just mark nini. But the other simple way is just doing, you just save 5 minutes of your time, uangalie leo kuna news gani, Yeah. But the reason why nakwambia hivyo ni juu utasahau. So just put it in your rules to every day I must look if there is news. What time is the news? When do I have permission to re-enter the market? Have I answered your question?
Part of formulating a routine is also to check news.
Yes, yes. It's very
Yeah.
crucial for you. And we'll tackle that when it comes to fundamental analysis. So tomorrow I want us to go to market structure. It's a very, very good and important topic. It won't be long, so it will be brief. And I've gotten an idea to combine it with, so kesho itakuwa class 5, I want to combine it with class 6. So to have like 1 hour. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, not tomorrow, Thursday. I'm sorry, Rehema, Thursday. So I don't know if we'll have enough time for us to have two classes. Two classes. Is it possible? Ama we take it to
On
Friday,
Thursday.
Thursday. Will you have spare time to, or I can do it faster? I can go because market structure is not hard. The next class is Fibonacci. So those two classes I wanted to do it in one day. So is that day good?
Yeah, I can create time.
Mhm,
Yeah, I can create time. We
mhm.
do we have those two classes at once because if the fact that hii idea imekupata hivyo sahi, I want to hold on it.
Yeah. So
We work on that. Yeah.
it will depend with your time. If you have time, it will be okay. Because I wanted us to finish quickly. Because next week I wanted also the two topics that were meant for next week. I wanted to add one more or two more. So I wanted us to fikisha lesson 10 next week, ndo tubakishe now the last 3 classes. So we finish God willings next week, but one. Is that okay?
Okay.
Because the remainder,
Okay. Sawa sawa.
the remainder of the classes are not that hard. Okay, they are hard because, for example, if we get a class like support and resistance, it will take a bit of more time. But I was thinking because the learning material is not a lot because you see it's practical. Practical tu ni kukwambia ni hivi na hivi, then we see if you've understood the concept, and then now we move on to the next topic. Because market structures, it's just identifying support and resistance. We've done majority of the theory work. So practicals unajua haikuangi ngumu, like haikuangi na vitu mingi. So that's why we are gonna speed up.
Okay.
So the only one that will take a lot of our time will be psychology, na maybe risk management, na fundamentals. Hizo tu tatu. Okay. So see you on
Okay.
Thursday.
Sasa, we'll go with your plan.
So okay, but you can take it most. It's okay. It's just that I was like, instead ya commit na because your time is also important, so instead ya kusema we can cover two less less to may cover more than 2 hours. This class should be more than 2 hours, so we can break it down to 1 hour. 1 hour we have 2 classes. So a day like today we have 2 classes, and then a day like Thursday we have another 2 classes. Those are 4 classes. So will be remaining now 3 more classes, and then I give you a break after I finish. We have maybe the last class kabisa, the 14th class ikwe. If you have, what is your experience? We see your demo, because I would like you to start trading a demo account after Fibonacci. Yes, after Fibonacci, or I think, okay, let's say after next week, I want you to start doing practicals so that at the final class, ama whichever, I give you chance to use demo. We see now from what you've learned, any questions, any comments, like what are the challenges you faced in technical analysis, maybe fundamentals and all that. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, for the next, what I've noticed is when I'm having a class, say when I'm having like no, the next class I'm gonna have on Thursday. The momentum is normally there after a day, so we can also target to like exhaust Thursday, but on the maybe this is more like me negotiating with you as well
Mhm.
on on the request that you avail the YouTube edit. So just in
Mhm.
case I need to go back and check on something in between that Thursday and Tuesday, because you edit time more,
Eh,
yes, So I think hiyo inaweza work for.
okay, I will do the editing quicker. I think that
Mm.
will help.
Mhm.
And then I share you because normally kenye inanichukulianga time ni tu kuedit na maybe kutengeza thumbnail and all that, but yeah, nitakuwa nakuwekea tu haraka haraka na kutumia, but wewe kujua kutakuwa na hiyo playlist ni yako, it should be a pride and joy hata kama ni wewe
I'm
utaiwatch
telling
all
you,
through. Yeah,
we've
so
co-created
yeah,
it.
create. Hey, it's very important. Anyway, so
Mhm.
yeah, I will do a better job in editing quicker, and then the materials, everything. I will also do a good job. Nitaleta hizo notes kwa one place so that you can see all of them because there's so many, and I will make it more interesting because me, my challenge is I need to add emojis, images, nini, because ni plain text and it looks boring. Anyway, I'll do all that. I want you to
No worries.
succeed.
I'm so into emojis as well, by the way.
Even me, I like seeing my things having emojis. They brighten
Yeah.
the material. Anyway, I
Can
hope.
I surprise can I surprise you also? Since I teach part-time,
Uh-huh.
I noticed sometimes I go on YouTube and look for, animations,
Yeah, yeah.
um, to sort of like try and explain a complex component, seeing that
Mhm.
those students are not maybe not necessarily scientists.
Mm.
And it sticks. And they
Wow.
like it. And initially I have to tell them, you know what, I know you are all adults and everything. You're not expecting to see cartoons in class.
Mm. Aya, you teach. I
Yeah,
didn't
part
catch
time.
that. What do you teach?
I'm gonna tell you off the record.
Ah, no worries. I would love to be a student as well. Also, me, I'm struggling. Okay, at first I didn't think I was a good teacher, but you can also rate me if I'm a good teacher. I'd love to
You
teach.
are a good teacher.
Uh-huh.
You are a good teacher
Mhm.
for the intermediate. But I feel like I'm somewhere pale katikati ya basic na intermediate mahali pale.
Ah.
Um that and because I've also sort of like attempted to interact in this space before. So
Mm.
I'm kind of able to relate with what you're saying. But for someone who's never even seen or heard what a candle is,
Eh,
um,
so
maybe they will have to do a lot of personal like work. Like you've done, if you do well when you say mtu asome your Bible.
yeah.
Because hiyo inakucondition kukuwa disciplined on your own without having to rely on SES, without having to rely on external other factors. So hata nikienda kwa this YouTube video,
Mhm.
I am so empowered,
Mm.
um, so to speak.
But they have a beginner student, so your input is very helpful. I will try. I have
Oh, that's
someone who
nice.
has never touched anything to do with trade. So I'm
Okay.
challenged. Like, this person will take a long time, and I want to help them. But anyway, it's a
Uh,
good thing. Thank you for your input. And patience
you're
is
most welcome.
something. Yeah, it's also good that there's some students require more patience, but it's okay. The joy of I think for me, the joy of a teacher is that there's progress. Like mi sijai kwa hata mabishto wangu nilikuwa naangalia, kuna mabishto, some of my best friends in campus they did education, and I was like, hey, you guys, kumbe this is the responsibility you are having, na venye mnapenda kujibamba hapa. So I respect that. Hey, being a teacher,
Yeah, and then they have to write curriculum, they have to write
curriculum,
lesson plans, they have to
hey,
mark assignments,
and
they
then
have
they
to
have,
deal with truancy.
and then it's fulfilling. I never thought that teaching is this fulfilling. I think it's one of the most fulfilling jobs
It's amazing, especially for something that you like doing.
doing.
It's it's
Yeah.
it's it's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Rehema. We have less than
Mhm.
1 minute. I hope you've understood support and resistance. You've seen how
Mhm.
awesome it is. I hope you've seen the
It's
awesomeness.
awesome. It gives someone a lot of confidence, by the way. It
Yeah.
gives someone a lot of confidence. Yeah.
Yeah, and it helps with psychology. For me, the advantage that I derive from it, I don't have to be
Mhm.
stressed and I don't have to
Mhm.
be all over the place because your mind can be all over the place, Yani. So I love it that way.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's it
Yeah.
for today. See you on Thursday.
Mhm.
Any parting
All
shots?
right. See you on Thursday. Have a very warm day. I know you've had your sixth cup of tea.
Yeah. Acha tu ile acha tu acha comment.
And may this playlist, these classes be a perfect gift for even those guys we'll never get to meet in the future. Yeah.
Amen, amen, and I thank God. And yeah, see you in
Amen.
the next
Yeah.
class.
So bye
Bye.
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 All
Bye.
right. Okay.
Bye. Okay, bye.